Jonathan White is not only one of my favorite singers, but my favorite people. And Jonathan, you and your beautiful wife, who happens to be in the studio today, have two lovely children. Tell us about them.
Well, you know how when you're first married and you expect the perfect child, those of us that already have kids know that that's not possible. But you know, when you're
but hope never dies.
Hope never dies. But when you're young and you get married and you have kids and you don't know whether you want to have them or not, what they ought to do is lend you a couple. You know, here, try these for a while. If you don't, if you like them, have some of your own. If you don't, give them back. By the time you're a grandparent, you know all the tricks. You know, but we went to the hospital on Labor Day. My wife went into labor, made a new holiday out of that, and we got our first. Had our first child and got our first look at Brittany, and I knew that there was something different about Brittany, and the doctors and nurses came over and said, we're gonna have to take her away and run some tests on her, and we think that she has Down syndrome. Well, to us that was devastating. We didn't expect anything out of the ordinary. You know, it was a perfect pregnancy, and my wife gained weight, I gained weight with her. You know, it was just the normal thing, and then all of a sudden, you know, you've got a handicapped child. They came back the next day and said, she has Down syndrome, she'll be okay, but she's gonna be different. And I didn't want different. I wanted the typical normal child like everyone else has. And so I guess I was a little angry for a little bit, not realizing the gift that God had given us.
How'd you work through that, Jonathan?
Well, I have a friend that sticks closer than a brother. Mm-hmm. And I don't understand how people can go through difficult times without having someone like Jesus by their side. My wife and I are, you know, we're best friends before we got married, so we leaned on each other heavily, and it was rough at first, but then we started meeting with some support groups and started to understand, you know what, this is not a curse, and God didn't give us a second-hand child. God gave us the best thing that He had, and I sort of liken it to Christmas morning, and this is what I've been thinking about lately. You know, you've asked for a certain present, and Christmas morning you walk down there and you see it laying underneath the tree. And you're like, why'd they even wrap it? They wasted the wrapping paper. I know what it is. Why'd they wrap it? You open it up and it's nothing like you expected. But man, it's so much better. Yeah. You didn't even think to ask for anything like this. And I wanted a beautiful little girl, and God gave us an angel. How can you ask for more?
Well, you coped with it. What about your wife? You said you leaned together. Tell us about her.
She, of course, you know, I travel and sing, and so I'm on the road a lot, and she's had to go it alone a lot of that time while I'm gone, and she has the home thing. You know, she takes care of sending her to school and the speech therapy and all the things that are the doctor's visits, the dentist visits and everything, and she has to handle most of that while I'm on the road. I don't know how that works out, but somehow it works out that I'm always gone when the trouble happens, you know. But I
always say women have a harder job than men. That's for sure.
It's unbelievable. But you know, we're so close with it, and she's had to rely heavily on Christ as well. Because I mean, who else are you gonna call? You know, in the middle of the night, you don't want to wake somebody up, but He's always awake. You know.
Why do you call her an angel?
Well, you know what? I've learned so much through Brittany's life. Just watching her, and you think whenever you have a handicapped child, how can God use someone like that? God can. God can use anybody. It doesn't matter what your abilities or inabilities are. But when I look at her and I see how she handles situations.
And by the way, he's looking at her now because she's over there in the studio. And what a beautiful child she is. Go ahead.
And when I look at her and I see the love in her eyes and the compassion in her eyes when she looks at a child or something, and it's unconditional love. It doesn't matter what you've done. Now, she won't forget. She never forgets. But she loves you just the same. And there was one other person that did that, and that was Jesus Christ. Wow. No matter what happened, He loved you just the same. He looked at the people that were beating Him and hanging Him on a cross, and He said, I love you. I'm doing this for you. And I look at Brittany, and I see that same kind of love in her eyes. And it's so Christ-like. And I often say, if I ever grow up, not when, but if I ever grow up, I want to be just like Brittany.
You wrote a song about her.
I did.
Tell us about what brought that about.
When she was about 2 years old, my wife said to me, she said, I want you to write a song about Brittany. And I said, no. She said, yes. So I wrote a song. That's what brought that about.
Well, now, Jonathan, you sing with two other wonderful friends of ours, and it's a great trio. And we love your music. We've had you in telethon and all that. But when these guys, all three of them, talk about Brittany, they just claim her too. They say she's wonderful.
Oh, I tell you.
And Austin. We're gonna sing with Austin.
Oh yeah, I'm
later.
gonna sing with Austin. Austin's 11 years old. Brittany's 13. Austin's 11. He's younger than Brittany, but he's the big brother. He is so protective of Brittany.
Well, now you're going to sing Brittany's song, and I want to put up the address for the people. They can get this wonderful CD while you get ready.
Okay.
There it is, Jonathan White, and you can go to jonathanwhitemusic.com. And if you want, you can call 1-888-665-4483 and get his wonderful, wonderful CDs. This one's called Live at Chapel Hill. I love their music, love his music. And Jonathan, I think we're ready for you to sing Brittany's song.
Was a Labor Day to remember when she came into this world. It was a day we had waited for so long. Then the doctor came and said to us, with worry on his brow, we'll have to take her down the hall with us for now. The word came back the very next day, your girl will be just fine, but she will have some special needs, unlike yours and mine. But she will give you lots of love, the kind that's seldom seen. Now I know she's the child of my dreams. She's downright beautiful. She's my little girl. She's downright beautiful, and she fills my world with lots of love and lots of smiles. And she's happy, can't you see? Yeah, she's downright beautiful to me. Now she's growing up, oh so fast, I can scarce believe my eyes. It seems like only yesterday when I hear her cry. Now I know the day will come when she'll go away. Till then she's downright beautiful to stay. Yeah, she's downright beautiful. She's my little girl. She's downright beautiful, and she fills my world with lots of love and lots of smiles. And she's happy, can't you see? Yeah, she's downright beautiful to me. She fills my world with lots of smiles, and she's happy, can't you see? Yeah, she's downright beautiful.